It's your boy Shinko, and welcome back to WGLZ, The Glaze, where we're just dripping with detracted content. I hope you got a whole lot of icky, because we about to get sticky. So I'm gonna let the beat play out, and as soon as it's done, we'll get right to it.
You're going to keep coming back. I'm going to seal up all my cracks. You're going to keep coming back. Why? Because you keep smelling the syrup.
Yo, what's blooming, everybody? Was good. I hope everybody's doing okay. That's your boy Shinko Floor. So you know how it is. You know how we get down. I hope everybody's okay. I'm a little, I don't know, I don't feel as amped as I used to, as I usually am. I don't know why. I'm a lot calm. I'm calm today. Nice little salad excursion. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all doing good, man. I hope it's a good Thursday. Tomorrow I'm hype. I'm gonna go pick up my copy of Elden Ring. Um, I can't wait to play it. I'm really excited to play this shit, man. All right, so before we even get started, you already know the deal. Before I even start with any gameplay, anything, let's get down the list. Smith, super awesome reviews. Cantu, Adrian, Wilson, Gal, straight from the 215. Randy Winston, Grim Rain, Irrelevant. Forward to Call of Duty, Trevor McEwen, straight from the 215. Again, what's up, baby? Valor Fog, Detractor Maiden, Grim Rain. What is up? The Warrior 313, Brees Griffith. All right, what's up? Whooper World Order, what is up? Brandon Burnett, Miles Misha, Six Xeon, Brazen. What is up? Moon Runes, Ferris Anonymous, Satara Vandam, Ice Yamamoto, Mr. Moldy Butt, Miss Shark. What's up? Aqua Saber, Empress Lagertha. What is up? Hamamura, Luna Guardian. What is up? How y'all doing today? How are y'all doing today? I'm sorry, bear with me 1 minute. I want to see something. Just bear with me 1 minute. I want to see. So yeah, this looks pretty good. I mean, I think I gotta up the frame rate a little bit, but this is good today. This looks good so far. I can fucks with this. Okay. Hopefully tomorrow I can hold up. I was just checking what kind of salad stream. Nice super lemon haze. I think they called it Cookie Crisp. Maddie Immortal, what's up, baby? Blask. Amar Vance. Dan Dog. Watch SS Prestream. I don't want to go through the care. I'll check it another time. I want to stay current. I might save that for like a Monday or something. Like if I don't get to do a lot, I'll just do it on Monday. We'll go over it on Monday. But yes, Digital's the wolf. To tell you the truth, guys, I'm happy for today I'm happy for tomorrow because tomorrow is the last day we have to deal with this new release season. Like this new round of new releases is just boring as shit, bro. Like it was just straight up like boring. Even with the wage quits and whatnot, just boring all day. Coca-Cola, what's up, baby? Devilish Face, what's up, baby? How y'all doing? Let me just slice up these people real quick. And it's all right. He dead. And where you at? Who's next? They all dead. All right. Gasai, what's up, baby? What's up? True Ultimate, what's up, baby? Yeah, I'm not feeling the hype. I'm just not hype, man. There's no hype for me. Like I haven't been checking any of the gameplay. I haven't been checking any real gameplay, anything like that. It's just been boring, man. Elden Ring's the big one. Elden Ring is the thing. It's gonna save my excitement for the streams. That's what's gonna do it. Elden Ring. So let's see today's pre-stream podcast. Hopefully this weekend I'll be way more animated, so to speak. So what's up, Jcash 847? What's up, baby? Let's just continue it. Let's see. I'm still copping it. I want to get it. Here we go. They're playing the intro twice. Can I just body two dudes? Let me know if you can't hear him or anything like that.
All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Hello. How are you today? And welcome to the Prestream podcast. I'm darksydephil.
Yes.
Today is Thursday, the 24th of February, 2022.
Woo!
And man, what a day is today. We got a lot to talk about on today's Prestream podcast for sure. With all the stuff going on around us, right? A lot of stuff going on in every possible direction around us. Some gameplay specific, some not. And obviously, being that I live on planet Earth along with the rest of you, I do feel like I need to address some of this stuff, albeit briefly, to let you know how it's going to affect my streams and the like. First thing, I just want to let everyone know up front, for the first time since I owned this laptop, which is this new laptop that I got it was either late summer or early fall, donated by a fan. Thank you very much to the person who donated this. If you haven't noticed, I don't have any or many problems with my laptop at all anymore. It's not even an issue of concern. We don't even talk about it anymore when it used to be a major issue. Okay? It basically restarted overnight to update Windows, which I didn't even schedule it to do. I guess it just got to the point where it just did it by itself.
Renee Swallow, what's up, baby?
All my stuff off the laptop that was set up. So this morning I just spent about 15-20 minutes trying to get it back up and running again.
That's what you get for waiting for forever to restart your laptop. That's what happened. You probably fucking deferred all the times you've had to restart to get updates. And your computer was like, yo, dude, fuck you. And updated on its own. Keep your shit up to date, Phil. Keep it up to date. You're a professional streamer. You're a professional streamer. Call of Duty, we know he's lying. We just gotta take what he says for face value because, you know, he's Phil. Mike Kronikowski, what's up, baby? He's Phil. Because he's Phil, you know, you gotta take everything he says literally.
Is from what I can see the stream chat. I think I can see the feeds of, you know, contributions and things like that. You know, I got everything set up that I should need.
Exactly. I don't understand why he just restarted right then and there.
Just in case, forewarning everyone of impossible technical difficulties here. If something goes wrong, I apologize. I will do my best. You know, if you contribute and it doesn't seem like I'm shouting it out, let me know so I can see if I need to refresh or if something's going wrong that it's not updating live. Obviously, I need to look into that, okay?
Yes.
All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the elephant in the room. There's actually two elephants in the room today.
You and your wife.
That's tough because it's very hard to fit two huge elephants inside of one room this size. They're like
you and your wife
to
make it
ass
work
over there against the wall, just so you know.
Okay.
All right, so we got to talk about them so we can let them out of the room and we can enjoy a good pre-stream podcast here today.
All right, so just do it.
The first elephant is that, ladies and gentlemen, I am well aware of world events. I'm well aware of what's going on right now in the world, okay? Some people will call it news, some people will call it politics, all right? You know what I call it? Unrelated to my streams. I'm just being honest, okay? For the last couple of years in particular, people have used my live streams as a way to avoid and or escape the stresses of real life and reality, especially COVID over the last 2 years.
Says the man.
Oh my God! Face of the world. This pandemic, right, has put a lot of undue stress, and a lot of us have lost friends and loved ones, quite frankly, to it. And the fact that I have consistently put out streams to entertain you guys has actually been something that people have come to me and said, Phil, thank you. We use your streams as an outlet to let out stress. We can come and chill with you and have a good interaction with you, a fun conversation.
So, okay.
We can enjoy the games that you're playing on any particular.
This is what I'm saying. This is where Phil fucks up. See, I was riding with him for a moment. I was riding with him for a moment. If he would have just left it at, like, I'm aware of recent events, I will say this, you know, it's unrelated to my stream. End of story. You'd have been fine. You would have been fine. Now you don't know when to stop, Phil. This is the part where you stop. Okay? Just say that, you know, just say that you're, what the fuck, somebody else is here? Just say that, you know, this is unrelated to your stream and you would like to keep it separate from politics, and that's it. That's it. That's all you want to, that's all you have to say. All you have to say, bro. You're sitting here making it way more complicated than it has to be. Stop, DSP. Please. Just stop.
Okay, and just basically use that to unwind and completely disassociate from the stresses of real life.
Okay,
that's really what I like my streams to be, an escape for you guys.
And then
right?
you just keep it pushing.
Here. Does this look realistic to you? I'm surrounded by characters from FromSoft games. Behind me, I have a deformed Blanca toy from Taiwan, and Ryu and Mega Man throwing 8-bit fireballs at each other. This isn't exactly the most realistic place on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And so, please understand, there are tons of people who come and check out my content, whether it may be people live on stream or watching the videos on demand. They're not here to hear about all the things going on in the world,
okay,
right?
So then
How
done.
often did you come to my streams in the
okay,
last 2 years to hear
Phil,
about COVID?
just shut up already.
No one comes to my streams to hear about COVID.
We're good. We're good.
Right?
So then stop talking.
Same thing here with the world news that is going on right now. All right,
it has nothing to do with your streams. Okay,
there's
keep
nothing
it pushing.
I can do about it, and certainly I'm not a political commentator.
Okay, so shut up.
News anchor. I don't feel like I have anything that I can say or
So
add
then
to the
be
subject.
quiet.
Obviously, when there is people being hurt in the world, I feel bad.
Yo.
And I want people to be safe. But that's about the extent of all
Just
I can
shut
do besides
up.
just saying, all right, I'm going to push on positively. I'm going to try to entertain you guys as best I can to take your mind off of the stresses of things going on in the world right now.
It's still
I
hostile.
feel like that's been my role. That's the role that I have found myself falling into.
Okay, Phil, just shut up
As a content
then.
creator and a full-time live streamer. So I'm going to do my absolute best to keep that positivity rolling and keep you guys feeling good at a time when otherwise, with all the other stuff going on the planet, you may not feel so good. Okay?
You could have
I
finished
hope
this.
at least
Okay,
something that I do
Phil.
today on my streams or in my on-demand videos puts a smile on your face, entertains you,
Don't fall,
feels
don't
like
fall,
there's
don't
some
fall.
kind of worth, and maybe distracts
Damn
you
it.
from the crap that's going on right now. And if it does, I guess I've done my job. But please understand, the reason I'm saying this up front is because people just can't help themselves when
Okay.
it comes to things like this.
Just like
They'll
you.
go they'll go on a stream.
Phil,
they'll
just
go
be
on the internet, on a
quiet.
forum,
Okay, you
they'll
don't
go
wanna
on their
talk
social
about-
media feed. They go to their friend's house. They go to their parents' house. They go to the store.
Yo,
and
this
all
dude
they
is
do
serious,
is talk about
bro.
it. I get it. But this place, this stream,
It's
right
not for
here
that. We got that. We got you.
is
Understood.
not the place for
I agree
political
with you,
discourse.
Phil. Okay,
I'm just being as upfront,
that's fine,
clear,
Phil.
and honest
That's
with you as I
fine.
can be. I feel that if we start talking about this stuff here on the stream, this will end up being incredibly derailing and quite frankly,
he's derailing his own fucking
disturbing
stream.
and stressful for some people. Again, I don't think I can add anything to
So
this.
then shut up,
All right,
bro.
So please understand that. And if you're gonna come and try to derail my streams and literally come to the chat and start talking about it nonstop, even though I've said please don't. If you're gonna come and start asking me a million questions about it, even though I said I'm not gonna talk about it, you're just gonna be banned. I'm not gonna have any kind of an argument with anyone. I'm not gonna waste time on it.
All right,
I'm just gonna
all right.
say bloop. In fact, I'm not even gonna address it. I'm just gonna say gone, and I'll move on. And there's no, that's the thing. Like, I'm not gonna be derailed with this stuff.
So then
All right, I'm
shut
just gonna
up
say, let's
about
keep
it, bro.
going.
Like, why are you still talking
As
about
best
it?
I can, and you know, undoubtedly, you're gonna have assholes who are gonna be coming to the stream to do this in particular. Oh, why isn't Phil talking about this? Blah blah blah. Because it's not who I am.
All right,
This is
so-
right? When did you ever come to my channel for politics? Never. And I actually, quite frankly, I feel that if I actually started talking about this stuff, all I would do is stress myself and you guys out even more. So
all right, so then
that's it.
stop
It's that simple,
talking
all right?
about
Please
it.
don't talk about it. If I see someone bring it up nonchalantly or casually, that's
all over
okay.
my fucking
I'm
leg.
not. The thing
Let's
is, I
continue.
just don't want people coming in here trying to derail this purposefully. Especially again, this is an escape for a lot of people.
Okay, so
And
just
I don't
shut
want people
up
coming
about
in here
it.
and trying to take away that form of escape for some people just because they're being selfish about it. Okay, so hopefully you get this now, guys, and you
Hold on,
understand.
I'm sorry.
I posted.
Okay, shut up, bro.
Cancel Adrian, thank you for the $4.99 super chat, honey. Yeah, the role that was falling onto you sounds like a Putin pusher. Exactly.
Ugh, Jesus.
Message at the top of the chat for those who are here live. You'll see that there's a message posted at the top saying we're not going to be talking about this stuff. Hopefully that's enough of a warning that people will not come in here, be completely derailed, and talk about that stuff. Okay. Now the other elephant in the room, and this is a really big one we've got to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, today is Elden Week continuing for me. That means that every day this week I'm counting down to the imminent release of Elden Ring tomorrow. Okay, I should emphasize this. Elden Ring comes out tomorrow, not today. Despite what you're seeing all over the internet,
It comes
Elden
out today
Ring
for
actually
PC.
is not officially out.
It comes out for
playing
PC
until
today.
Tomorrow.
It comes out for PC. It comes
Now-
out for PC.
That doesn't mean there won't be a tremendous amount of assholes all over the internet
What are you
playing
talking-
Elden Ring today. Okay? Understand that. There will be absolutely positively a tremendous amount of assholes who are playing it today and spoiling. It was actually funny because one of my moderators this morning
Ooh, that one looks nice.
was actually saying, "Oh my God, look at this!"
What's up,
And
movie
they posted
sign?
up their feed to all the people who they basically follow on Twitch. Okay, and they're looking at their feed. Every fucking single person in their feed
Okay.
was playing Elden Ring early, right? So it's not like it's some special fucking thing. You know what I mean?
All right, it's
to play
not.
Elden Ring early at all.
It's not.
It's obvious that if you really wanted to play it early, you could.
Yeah,
Since
okay.
There's so many people doing it right now.
Then that's what
there's
they're doing.
obviously access to do it. Okay? Now, I am not playing Elden Ring until it's officially released. It is officially released on PlayStation 5, 9 p.m. Pacific time, or midnight Eastern time. Now, you guys know I don't do midnight releases anymore. Why?
Okay.
There's a couple reasons. Number one,
Because you can't.
because
stay, you
I
can't
have a
stay up.
consistent streaming schedule. And if
Uh-huh.
I did a midnight release, that would take away from my ability to then the next day do the proper schedule. People would prefer consistency over, one night play a game for a few extra hours. Okay?
Okay.
That's number one. Number two,
I need a car. I need a car.
personally, I feel it makes more sense to do a full day of streaming now.
Mhm.
Okay? Get through the stuff we're doing today. Like
Okay.
a normal, relaxing day.
All
And
right.
then having total days of Elden Ring moving forward. Tomorrow on Friday, I'm playing Elden Ring all day long. Saturday, I'm playing Elden Ring all day long. Okay? I am not a full-time YouTuber,
Oh.
and I am not beholden to getting those day one views
Okay.
and day one ad revenue like I used to be.
All
In
right.
fact, one of the major topics on today's Prestream podcast that we're about to talk about is my experience with Dark Souls 3. That's actually the From Software game that I'm covering today here on the podcast. And you might say, well, Phil, wait a minute. Isn't it kind of weird or hypocritical for you to say you don't care about day one views or early access to these games? Because that's exactly what you did with Dark Souls 3. You're right. And we're going to talk about that today, how actually it was one of the worst decisions in content creation history that I've ever made. I regret
That one.
doing
That
it
one. That
because
one.
it actually hindered my playthrough.
That one. Not the one where you fucking gave up, where you fucking took a staycation while your career was, where your channel was white hot and you didn't even get to have sex with your girlfriend. Not the time when you fucking went ahead and you beat your meat in front of, in front of all those strangers and shit, including some children. Nah. This is it. This is the big mistake here. Dude's a fucking idiot, man. I swear, bro. Like, just pure idiocy. Pure idiocy. And why did I just do that?
I'm going to push on positively. I'm going to try to entertain you guys as best.
Okay.
And they're looking at their feed. Every
There we go. I'm sorry,
fucking
guys.
single person in their feed was playing Elden Ring early. Right? So it's not like it's some special fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
To play Elden Ring early at all.
Salty.
It's obvious that if you really wanted to play it early, you could.
You're so
Since there's
salty.
so many people doing it right now, there's obviously access to do it. Okay? Now, I am not playing Elden Ring until it's officially released. It is officially released on PlayStation 5, 9 p.m. Pacific time, or midnight Eastern time. Now,
Oh, I
you
can
guys know I don't do midnight releases anymore. Why? There's a couple reasons. Number one,
I'm sorry, guys, for going
because
back
I
so
have a
fast.
consistent streaming schedule. And if I did a midnight release, that would take away from my ability to then the next day do the proper schedule. People would prefer consistency over, one night play a game for a few extra hours. Okay? That's number one.
Okay.
Number two, personally, I feel it makes more sense to do a full day of streaming now. Okay? Get through the stuff we're doing today, like a normal, relaxing day. And then
Okay.
having total days of Elden Ring moving forward. Tomorrow on Friday, I'm playing Elden Ring all day long. Saturday, I'm playing Elden Ring all day long. Okay? I am not a full-time YouTuber, and I am not beholden to getting those day one views
You
and
are a
day one
full-time
ad revenue like I used to be. In fact, one of
Phil, you are a full-time YouTuber. You only stream on YouTube. You only upload videos on YouTube. Sir, you are a full-time YouTuber. Contrary, just because you live stream and don't make edited content anymore. See, this is what I'm saying. Your mind is so stuck in the past that you think that just because you're not doing the same thing, you're not a YouTuber. No, sir, you're a YouTuber. You're known. We can find your stuff where? On YouTube. We can find your videos where? On YouTube. You are a full-time YouTuber, sir. You just upload edited videos and also you upload live streams. That's it.
Major topics on today's pre-stream podcast that we're about to talk about is my experience with Dark Souls 3. That's actually the From Software game that I'm covering today here on the podcast. And you might say, well, Phil, wait a minute. Isn't it kind of weird or hypocritical for you to say you don't care about day one views or early access to these games? Because that's exactly what you did with Dark Souls 3. You're right. And we're going to talk about that today, how actually it was one of the worst decisions in content creation history.
Aqua Saber, thank you for the $5 super chat, hun. Not worried about day one views and not about hype. What has this whole week been from Soft and this whole month been with games?
Exactly. He's just been fucking hyping it up this whole time. And like I said, if he was really serious about, you know, doing this shit, he would have played it on his PC. If he really loved the game that much. But no, he wants to upload it to his console where he could just go ahead and press the play button and just make money. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all this has been. Hype for him to get more money. That's about it. And he's sitting there acting like people who playing it early, he's like downplaying the, you know, the fact that their enjoyment and shit. Just let them play.
That I've ever made. I regret doing it because it actually hindered my playthrough significantly at the time. And then when I went back and replayed Dark Souls 3 years later, I had such a better experience playing it then than I did the first run because of the sacrifices I made to play the game early. Okay? Now, allow me to explain something that hopefully will make sense to you guys, all right? Especially for those of you who are regulars in my content, I think you'll get this, all right? I am a full-time interactive content creator and streamer. That is my occupation. I am not a full-time YouTuber. At one point,
oh my
I was
God,
a full-time
you
YouTuber
are
many
YouTube
years
full-time
ago.
YouTuber.
But in 2017, I changed who I was and decided.
See, like, give me a minute. This would be true if he was like doing shit on Twitch. He was doing something active on Twitter instead of just bitching about Street Fighter 6. If he was like, you know, he had like other platforms and he was doing other things, then fine, he can not call himself a YouTuber. But the thing is, he's always had a base from YouTube. YouTube has always been his base. It's always been his base. So, Phil, you are a YouTuber. You're a full-time YouTuber. That's the only thing you're known for. That's the only thing that keeps you into relevancy is YouTube. You're a real fucking YouTuber. You're a YouTuber. You've always been a YouTuber, Phil. Like, you're trying to sit there, you know, you're trying to try all these buzzwords and shit, but no, dude, you've always been a YouTuber. Your base has always been YouTube. The fact that you know, YouTube is your bread and butter, it's always been your bread and butter. It's always been your bank. It's always been your bank account. You're a full-time YouTuber. Sorry. But the thing is, he doesn't. Where does he make the content, though, War Dog Leader? That's the point that I'm trying to make. Where does the content reside? Where has it always reside? Where, like, when you think of Phil's content, what platform do you think about it? What platform do you think of? You think of YouTube. Day Tractor in his case is like 5 steps below. Five.
Being a full-time YouTuber didn't work anymore. YouTube ad revenue had plummeted. The YouTube adpocalypse happened where basically, I'm not exaggerating, overnight, ad revenue on YouTube went from here to here. It halved overnight. How on earth was anyone at my level supposed to make a living when in one day they received a 50% pay cut?
You were supposed to invest your money.
So I changed out my methodology. I changed out my way that I was going to be creating content.
You just went to another platform.
And I made it so that now I am interactive with you guys. And what I mean by that is this stream absolutely is about gameplay. We know that. When I start playing the game, I'll focus on it, and it'll be important to make progress and be commenting on the game and what I'm playing in the game. But it's every bit as much about interaction with you guys, having a social experience, having a great stream with good conversation and fun, and making it not only the game, but our collective experience with me playing the game. Do you understand what I'm saying?
What about when somebody's saying racist shit in the chat or somebody's being impersonated that isn't Derek? What about that? What about those times? Because I remember those times you were very concerned about the game more as opposed to the social experience. I'm just saying. What about that time, Phil? Is it a social experience then? Huh, Phil? Huh?
Back in the day, it was,
Black Lady
okay,
Walking, exactly.
all I'm doing is making videos on demand for YouTube. I don't care about the interactive experience I have with my viewers at all. All I care about is pumping out maximum amount of content for YouTube so that there's views and ad revenue on my videos, and that's how I make a living. It's nothing like that today, okay? Are views and ad revenue a part of what I make my income on? Yes. In particular, the months of roughly November and December every year are huge for that because that's when all the ads are out for the holidays, okay? But the vast majority of what I make as a business owner is made right here on the live streams through memberships, super chats, super stickers, and tips. That is my actual major source of income that keeps this going, okay? And that's why I tell you guys, it's so important for the crowdfunding for me to get that kind of buy-in from you. You guys allow me to do what I love for a living when you come to my streams and you support them in any way possible, okay? Now, please understand that there are people right now who are making a living likely solely on views and ad revenue, or they don't have the kind of overwhelming support that I get on my streams. And I get that. I totally understand that. Okay? You're going to see an unprecedented number of people playing Elden Ring today because they need that day one buy-in, that those
just
day
like
one
you
views.
do. No, you're the only one that uses. Wait. No, you need to, Phil. You are the only content creator I have seen in my entirety of being on like social media, not even just like video, just social media, period. I have not seen a single person ask for a buy-in the same way you have. No other content creator. You're the only person that I know that does shit like that. The only one that's like that. They don't need the day one views. I mean, even if they did, they go about it way better than you do. Okay? So you, and on top of that, the overwhelming support is because you get it from begging, and it's from 3 people. 3 fucking people. 3 fucking people.
Today because they're playing it early. That was the exact situation I was in many years ago with Dark Souls 3. Allow me to compare the two situations directly. Back then, I was not an interactive full-time streamer, and there was zero crowdfunding besides my Patreon, okay? There was no crowdfunding for my content. It was just ad revenue, ad revenue, ad revenue. Okay? So, I was really, really reliant on getting views and ad revenue on YouTube, and what happened was, with Dark Souls 3, many, many years ago, okay, what ended up happening was, the game came out early in Japan. I don't know why FromSoft did that. I think it was one of their biggest boneheaded decisions they've ever made.
It's not their biggest boneheaded decision because the fucking developers are Japanese. Phil, like, what do you do? Like, what do you do? Like, when somebody, like, if it's Europe that has a, like, again, just because it doesn't benefit you automatically does not make it stupid. These people know how to make money. They've been making it. You've been giving them your money for years. So every time, like, again, like, that casual racism is really showing, bro. Can you try not to be, like, racist for, like, 5 seconds? Like, I feel like it's the fact that it got released to the Japanese. That's what's bothering you so much. It has to be that, because it's like every time when it's something with Japan, like, you just, bro, you just lose your shit. Like, you just lose all common sense and shit. Like, they're released in Japan first because, like, you know, it's a Japanese development company. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's not even the case. But it's just like, so what? Japan got it first. Who gives a shit?
Release everywhere. It was going to come out in Japan early, and then you'd have to wait 2 to 3 weeks, and then it would come out in the rest of the world. Now, you may say, oh, well, that's because it took them extra time to localize. Wrong. The game was actually completed and ready to be shipped worldwide in English. It was in, and I can tell you how I know that, because people bought the Japanese version and changed the language, and it's fully in English. It's 100% completed. Literally, what FromSoft wanted to do was just give the Japanese an edge and play it early. I don't know why they felt that was needed.
Okay, see, this is again, citation needed. Citation needed. Citation needed, Phil. Citation needed. That's straight up slander.
Klaus Mystery, thank you for the 20 Mexican peso super chat, honey. Literally almost all Japanese games release early.
Exactly. And then, it's not even an edge over who, an edge for what? Why they need the edge? Why do they need the edge? That makes no sense, bro. You know, to give them an edge for what? For what? This dude's an idiot, man. Idiot. Idiot. What the fuck, man? Like, yo, you just don't like Asian people. Like, straight up.
But that's how they did that game. It made no sense. It was really stupid. And what it ended up doing was creating a lot of problems, because people obviously all over the world are fans of the Dark Souls franchise.
Whooper World Order, thank you for the $5 super chat, honey. This just in, there are only 2 languages in Pigland, English and Japanese.
Guys, and people wanted to play it right away, and they're like, why do we have to wait just because we don't live in Japan? This is really stupid and unfair. And what ended up happening is people started getting creative, trying to figure out ways to play it early if they didn't live in Japan, and someone figured something out. They said, oh crap, here's what you can do if you don't live in Japan. Log into the Japanese version of Xbox Live, which is literally just Xbox Live but the Japanese website, using the same credentials that you could use your regular Xbox Live account. Then purchase credits on Japanese Xbox Live, okay? Which it's a pain in the ass. You have to do some currency conversion. You had to basically, like, buy, I forget exactly how you did it.
Of course, Omega Kirk, because he can't
somewhere else and then use those.
It would come right off the
site.
tongue if this really happened.
Your payment information on the Japanese site, it didn't work. And then on top of that, there was another, I just remember it was a pain in the ass. Like, the website was all in Japanese. You couldn't read it. So you needed to use, like, a screen translator to even read the fields to know what you were filling out or what you were doing. And then on top of that, when you were buying the game, you had to say that you lived in Japan. Yes, you had to lie and say, oh, I live in Japan. Here's my street address in Japan. And it had to be a valid street address in Japan. And as long as you went through all of those hoops, okay, all of those hoops, then you could buy the Japanese version of the game. You could download it to your Western
the pancakes
Xbox,
are ready.
and you could set it to be English.
Aqua
and it would
thank you for the $5
be
super chat. He's just talking about an edge, insinuating competitive thing in a game that is not meant to be. Just ranted about this not existing in single player.
Okay? It was a huge pain in the ass, and by the way, it was way more expensive to do it this way.
That's what I want to know, Razio the
I
Laws.
believe it cost
Probably
like
pandas.
$100 to buy the game because of currency conversion, as opposed to just paying the regular $60 that it would have been if you waited 3 weeks later and just bought it on regular console. Okay? So, yeah, it was a major undertaking to do this. But the thing was, everybody was doing it. People were so desperate for their day one views and ad revenue that they were doing these giant, jumping through these hoops, going through these loopholes to play Dark Souls 3 early. All right? Personally, I didn't want to do this. I was of the impression that I should just wait, okay? I should just wait and see what happens. But what ended up happening was, as we got closer to the Japanese release date of the game, people started to go crazy. Phil, you've got to play it. Phil, what are you doing? If you wait 3 weeks, what's going to happen, right? You're going to have views that are way lower than if you play it at release. At release, everyone wants to see you play it as soon as possible. If you wait, your playthrough is going to suffer greatly, okay? Now, here's the deal. Back then, this was pre-2017. Didn't Dark Souls 3 come out 2015 or 2016? I want to say it was 2016. I'm not exactly sure exactly when. But basically, when it came out, I was 100% dependent on YouTube views and ad revenue. This was my business, okay?
And it's crazy how he doesn't realize that, like, you know, making these sort of, like, statements, like, when he talks about the Wild Wild West of YouTube and when he talks about, like, how he needed to make ad revenue, like, he really doesn't understand how he's letting his audience know, you know, not just the deadheads, but the new audience know that he's just in this for the money. He's just in this for the money. Like, that's all he talks about. It's his metrics concerning money. Like, it's crazy. Exactly, Klaus Mystery. That's the other thing.
Klaus Mystery, thank you for the 20 Mexican peso super chat, hun. He's implying that his fans have never been loyal to him. Exactly.
Like, this dude is sitting there, like, again, he's not thinking, because he wasn't even thinking about that shit. He wasn't even thinking about the loyalty of his fans or, like, you know, the engagement of his fans, none of that shit. What was he thinking about? The fucking money. Let me make this money. I gotta make this money. This is the money I need to be making. Like, you serious, bro? Like, can you, like, at least pretend? Like, just pretend. Just pretend that, you know, like, you're in this because you like the content creation. Like, Shizzle McFarlane, man. Let me sell this shit first before I even... Let's continue.
And at that time, absolutely, positively, I looked at the situation, and I had to weigh and balance what I was going to do. It was basically like, what's the lesser of two evils, right? Did I agree with jumping through hoops to play this version of the game early? No. As you guys know, it's actually personally against my philosophy. My own personal moral code and feeling is that no one should be playing a video game early. Everyone should get the game at exactly the same time on the true release day and play it for themselves.
Different time zones.
Hold off and wait for someone else to play it and then listen to their honest opinion on it.
Different
no one should be
time
getting copies
zones.
of games early, period. I've always been of this mentality, and over the years, it's just gotten worse and worse and worse.
Different time zones.
Getting these games 2-3 weeks ahead of time, spoiling the entirety of the fucking game on the internet.
Stay off the internet.
It's ridiculous how bad it's gotten. It's completely the opposite of when I used to do this 10, 15 years ago, right?
Oh my God.
When I started as a content creator, there was none of that. It was you go to the store at midnight, you get the game like everyone else, you come home, you pop it in your console, you play it, and now people start putting out their playthroughs. Everything was...
Yes, and now we live in a digital world where games can be delivered to, you know, consoles directly. What is the fucking problem? It's never going to stop, Phil, because, again, you live in a different time zone. It's never going to stop. It's never going to stop, Phil. It's never, because the way that technology is, the way that time is set up.
I got all over my fucking leg. Let's continue.
Like, bro, come on, man.
Barrett Wells, thank you for the $5 Canadian super chat, hun. DSP is exactly the kind of person that achieves something, then pull the ladder up behind him to stop people from surpassing him due to lack of effort.
Exactly. Exactly.
Even ground, there was no, oh, I got super advanced access because I kissed fucking From Software's ass for 3 weeks and made them feel like, you know, I was gonna...
Bro, but what are you doing now? You're kissing From Software's ass so fucking hard, bro. So fucking hard. It's not even funny. Like, literally, you're kissing their ass that fucking hard. The difference is you're not getting anything out of it. You're not getting shit. You're pathetic. You're a shill that's not getting shit. Come Come on, man. You got to be better than that, DSP. You got to be better than that. You got to just sit there and just grind it out. You got to sit and you got to fucking go ahead and deal with the motions like everybody else. Just grind it out and deal with the motions. That's all you got to do. That's all you have to do, sir. Nothing else.
Can massage their balls to get the game early, and now I get to play the game 2 days early. Come
We know what Tyrone got this weekend.
watch my advanced stream and send me monies because I'm a greedy fuck. There was none of that.
Send me
Literally, there was
monies.
none. It was play the game for the enjoyment of the game. Everyone enjoys it at exactly the same time.
Jig, jig, straight.
Okay. And it was a very different experience. But things have definitely changed over the years for sure. Okay.
And it's gonna
in
keep
particular
changing.
with Dark Souls 3, after weighing and balancing the options, I said, geez.
Yeah, Stephen
if
Halsey,
I
the
don't
only
play it
difference is
early,
he just doesn't get paid.
right? I'm going to be shooting myself in the foot for morals, right? Like, I looked at it and I was like, man, if I don't play this game early and I play it 3 weeks later, most people who are content creators of this type will already have playthroughs out of the game. Will people still come and watch mine? Yes. There's definitely a good amount of people who come and watch my stuff just because it's me playing the games, right? But at the very same time, if you've already watched someone play a game 3, 4, 5 times, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you already watched so many people play this game
Disgusting,
in a 3-week
Brad.
span, are you really going to care about darksydephil playing it 3 weeks later? And again, back then,
Ooh, excuse me. That says a lot about your content. That means your content is not good enough to captivate an audience. You have no content that allows you to captivate your audience. You just admitted it.
Ew, the pancakes are ready.
You just admitted that. Like, that's fucking crazy, bro.
Dan Dog, thank you for the $5 super chat, hun. DSP can't comprehend the idea of fans that want to play a game badly and do not because of money.
He doesn't get it. Dan, he doesn't understand that, yo, like, this whole fucking rant just shows that he knows that this is just for the money. Just for the money. Every time he does one of these little rants about people getting special copies, about how shit is different than what it used to be in fucking whatchamacallit, on Twitch or what have you, or in the wild wild west of YouTube, it shows he has no passion in this. This is strictly for the money. That's it. Strictly for the money. That's it.
I'll be very honest and transparent with all of you. It was desperation because at that time, this channel, DSP Gaming, was my major source of income with views and ad revenue. And this channel was on the decline. I had so much trolling and so much abuse against me. Things like false copyright claims, right?
Mhm.
Among other things that had knocked this channel out of prominence on YouTube.
Not
At one
you.
point,
Not your
DSP
shitty ass
Gaming
attitude.
was one of the top 20 gaming channels on YouTube.
That is on my 2 sons. That is on my grandparents' graves. I have never heard of DSP until, like, what, a year, 2 years ago, in terms of gaming. When it came to gaming, DSP's name has never showed up on my feed at all. Never. On all the years that I've been on YouTube, I've never heard of DSP Gaming until Memology 101 decided to put clips of him in his videos. If Memology 101 would have never put those clips in, I would have never heard of DSP. You would have never gotten a detractor. You guys would have never gotten a detractor. Okay? And again, what Memology 101 did, all he did was put stupid clips, and then when he started showing, like, clips of, like, you being like a fucking dick, that was it. And again, just like I say with my videos, just like I say with almost every detractor, the only reason why we do the shit that we do is because you do the shit that you do, Phil. Okay? You do the shit that you do. So that's what makes people want to fuck with you. It's not unwarranted. I would totally be on your side if all the shit that you were going through was unwarranted. But it's not. You asked for this shit. You ask for this shit. Every single time.
It got all over my fucking leg. Let's continue.
Breeze Griffith, thank you for the $2 super chat, hun. Medica brought me here through the glory of Phil.
I know, right? Like, it's just, but again, was Medicare just straight up talking shit? Was Medicare spreading lies and shit? No. He was just making fun of the shit that Phil chose to do on his own fucking channel. That's about it. It's people like these locals that they think that they could just be on the internet and just like say dumb shit. Like, no, it doesn't work like that, bro. It really doesn't. Oh man, I need a fucking. I want to get that explosive round, but I don't have it. Let's continue.
Day, people would come to DSP Gaming to check out the hot new releases. It would be in the top search rankings. It would get preferential treatment because I'd been around for so long and put out so many videos and gotten so much legacy footage over time.
I've watched games that he's played, and I've never heard of this man.
The channel completely got kicked out of YouTube search because of false copyright strikes against it and me having to take measures to save the channel, okay?
And effective, so that doesn't make any sense, Phil. So that my thing is, so did your shit fuck? What the fuck? Y'all see this? It was like glitching. Cakes are glitching. Cakes are glitching. Like I was saying, so what is it, Phil? Was it your channel died because of all? Why is everybody so fucking shiny? Am I bugging? Is it because of the trolls or because of you know, closing down your fucking channel? Yeah, I see that, right? I'm not bugging. So pick one, Phil. Is it because you decided to do these things with your channel, or is it because of the trolls? You gotta pick one. You gotta. You gotta pick one, Phil. Because from what I can see is because the fact that you killed all the engagement to your channel, which was something that you needed even before the adpocalypse. You needed engagement way before the adpocalypse, homie. Engagement is what drives your channel. And the problem is you waited till now that, you know, you're done from Twitch, you have nowhere else to go. Now all of a sudden you want to take the measures needed to save it. Come on, bro.
And so I was like, dude, so if I don't play this game early, I'm going to be really significantly hurting myself when it comes to money. You know what I'm saying? So I made the decision. And again, like I told you guys, I actually really regret it. Because even though I got to play the game early, and yes, I did make that extra money, absolutely. I got the day one views. A lot of people were jealous of me because I was playing it so early and I figured out this way to play it early and everything. Mm-hmm. But at the very same time,
you loved it.
I played a far inferior version of Dark Souls 3 than what should have been available to me. Playing it on the Xbox One.
So it would have been worth the wait, right? Instead of you being a desperate, money-grubbing piece of shit, it would have been in your best interest to wait. So you didn't wait, and what happened? Karma bit you right in the motherfucking ass and gave you the least possible, like the worst possible version of Dark Souls. I may be talking out of my ass, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. You should have waited, you didn't, and because you didn't wait it, now you paid the price.
Okay, and the Japanese version at that, even though it's identical to the Western version, didn't have critical day one patches that made the game play better and perform better. And there were particular parts of Dark Souls 3 that are so atrociously bad in that version of the game that the game is nearly unplayable. As we will talk about on this pre-stream podcast when I talk about the specifics of Dark Souls 3, there was one boss that took me, no exaggeration, over 5 hours or something like that to beat. That should have taken me 5 minutes because the game ran so badly on that version that it was slow-mo, dropped frames, insane input delay, and there was no way to react to anything going on in the game. You just had to get lucky to beat this fucking boss. It was terrible, okay? So, what is the point of all of this that I'm telling you right now?
That's what I want to know.
Is that in 2022, today, things have dramatically changed for the better. I am no longer beholden to the early views, the early ad revenue.
Yes,
even
you
though
are.
It's nice if I could get some of that. Yeah, a little bit of a boost of income would be great.
Yeah.
Really, where I get successful and where I see success in my content today is right here. What we're doing right now. I'm having a stream where I'm entertaining you, I'm informing you, we're having a good time together, we're going to have some interaction in a few minutes as I read out shout-outs and we have some discussion, right? And that is what I succeed doing. It's not just putting out gameplay on YouTube and getting ad revenue and views. I am not beholden to that anymore. I don't
You're
have to play
beholden
Elden
to
Ring
tips.
today.
You're
In
beholden
reality,
to tips.
I don't have to play Elden Ring tomorrow.
What's up, Stanny?
I could wait a week.
But you
wait
won't.
a fucking month.
But
I
you
could play
won't.
Elden Ring in 2 years.
But you
and
won't.
People will still want to see me play Elden Ring.
They
Because
won't.
I am now an interactive streamer.
They already
and it's
saw
more
it.
about the experience I have with you guys when I'm playing the games than the games themselves. Admittedly, there will be people who will just come to watch me play a particular game. I guarantee.
I'm sorry, that must be some grade A uncut Nicaraguan cope that you're huffing, bro.
I dribbled off at my it got all over my fucking leg. Let's continue.
Serpent on it, thank you for the $3 super chat, hun. Good for me, not for thee. Exactly.
Bro, you've been sitting here. You've been sitting here for almost months fucking hyping up this game. Months. Kid Flynn, what's up, baby? And you went ahead and fucking even made a fucking overlay for this. You are beholden to this game. You are beholden to all new releases. Do you understand me, Phil? You, sir, are beholden to tips. You are beholden to super chats. You are beholden to OIC. Okay? So my thing is you're going to have to you're going to have to play these new releases when they come out because your business depends on it. Because you have nothing else to fall back on. Nothing else. Nothing. Nathan. Nada. Absolutely nada.
You that tomorrow, when I start playing Elden Ring, there will be increased viewership, there will be increased trolling, right? There will be an increase in everything. Engagement will go up. Everything will go up as of Elden Ring starting here.
Just
on
like with
ESPN
Grand Theft Auto, right?
Okay, it's a guarantee.
Uh-huh. Just
But
like
the difference
like
now
with King of Fighters,
is that
right?
you're coming here for my personal experience with the game, not day one views of someone playing the game.
Because we can get it from
not
someone
present
else.
anymore. And you know what, guys? It's freaking liberating. It's actually a breath of fresh air.
Yo,
Here's
this
why.
is some supreme
Right now,
cope.
I challenge you to go over on Twitch or even right here on YouTube and search for people who are streaming Elden Ring, and you're going to have a really good laugh. The desperation of these people. I need the views.
Says the man who is banking everything on this fucking game. Are you serious? I can go into any streamer right now and watch them just play the game normally, as opposed to you, Phil, as opposed to you who will play the game and you will sit there and look to the left every single fucking time just to see if there's any tips. You're the one that needs that. You're the one that needs that. I need to find out who the plug is for that uncut, 100% pure Nicaraguan cope that you're sniffing. This is some serious fucking cope, bro. Serious fucking cope. These fucking streams must be like coping, like I don't know, like since the fact that you don't talk to human beings and shit, maybe that's why. Because this is weird, bro. Like this is even for you, DSP. This is weird as shit. Like you're sitting there saying this shit right now after you're fucking creating a whole fucking overlay, a whole fucking week to hype this shit up. Like who who told you this was okay? Like did OIC say this was okay? Did Cat say this was okay? I need to know because you wilding right now. Like that's the best thing I can explain. Like you're wilding right now, DSP. Like we could go on any fucking streamer right now and see them playing Elden Ring, and they're gonna be having fun. They're gonna be raging and shit.
It got all over my fucking leg. Let's continue.
Like that's crazy.
Aqua Saber, thank you for the $2 super chat, hun. Desperation, says the guy from the From Soft gangbang. Exactly. Like this dude makes no sense, man. Like this cope is it's just too much, man. Too much for my taste, bro. I'm not big on all this cope.
Okay, say no to cope. Ooh, this looks sexy. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I need to check my character. No, boo, boo, boo. No, get this shit off me. This is whack. Boo. No, I want the gold shirt.
The day one attention. Oh my God, if I don't get it, I'm hurting and blah, blah, blah. It's silly. It's horrible to operate your business in that method.
Says the
And
man who is.
I know that now, but back
Says the man that makes up holidays, that makes up events to draw up hype for these day one views. Mr. New gaming season, hardcore gaming season, Broketober. I've never heard of those terms before, DSP, until I met you. Why? Because you make up those terms to hype up your day one views. Damn, this shit is nasty. I like this.
then I didn't know that there was another way. I didn't understand the value of being an interactive streamer and that this experience that we have is much better than just
Because I get all the tips directly. I don't have to. I could sit there and just beg for tips instead of putting in any actual fucking effort, man. That's why sometimes, like, yo, dude, like, I've been feeling so shitty for the past couple of weeks because I haven't really put out anything edited, and I don't know, like, I feel like shit. So, like, you know, it's better for him because he doesn't have to do shit. He could just edit. I haven't been editing in a while because I've just been turned off by his content. But the fact that I haven't made any edited content it's been bothering me a little bit. But this dude, he's just like, I don't know, man. Razzie of the Lost, I mean, I've never heard that term, bro. I've never. I believe you. I'm just saying, I never heard it until this dude, like, oh my God, like, this dude is nuts, man. This boy is nuts.
me being here to play the game as soon as humanly possible. That was actually an absolutely a huge miss for me, not understanding that being an interactive streamer would completely change my content for the better, and that it's a much more fun and organic experience doing it this way than the way I used to do it. All right, and I'll admit that. That's my fault. I should have realized this sooner.
I mean, I could be shameless. I could be shameless as shit.
I feel like
I'll just
I
do
would
it better
be
than
way more
DSP.
prominent. I would be way more important. I would have way
I
more
could shill.
clout.
You don't think I
and a
could
lot
shill?
more people
I
would
could
care
shill.
about me and my content.
I could
but
shill like
did
the
it
rest
way
of them.
late. You know what I mean?
You guys know I can shill. I've been to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro.
So, all of that being said, okay, that's why I'm not playing Elden Ring today. That's why I didn't try to play Elden Ring early. That's why I don't care. I don't have to. We can tomorrow start up a really epic playthrough together, play it all day long, play it all day Saturday, have a great time with it.
All right, let's
and
do
there is
it.
no pressure. Do you know how awesome that is? To have no pressure on having to perform a certain way, on having to get those day one views. I don't care. I'm just here to have a good time with games and interact with you guys and have a chill time, period. All right? Now, that being said,
right into the shilling?
That being said, I have to emphasize something hugely here. There are spoilers for Elden Ring all over the internet today.
Yes.
No matter where you go, you will find people playing this game early, which is hilarious because, again, it's not out yet. People playing it on
out.
PC
What are you
start
talking
at 3
about?
PM today, Pacific time. People on console can't play it till, their local
But it's
midnight time or
out.
whatever.
It's out. Phil, if it was officially released from if it was officially released from Software, that means it is out. It's not like these people did what you just admitted to do for Dark Souls. They didn't jump through. They didn't fucking do anything underhanded. They got it when it was released to them. They got it when it was available to them. Okay? They didn't sneak a copy. They didn't go on Pirate Bay. They went ahead and got it when it was available to buy from Software. I don't know why I keep saying it like that.
How is it that everyone has it early? Because obviously it's not that exclusive of a deal. Anyone who wanted to play it early could have found a way to do it, you see? But it just it blows me away that people act like it's such a big deal, it's such a hype deal. It's not at all. If anything, it reeks of desperation. Oh, come on, please give me those day one views and extra monies.
Yo,
please give me money. It's like
this reeks of please let me get my day one views and more important. Mine's more important than yours. I need to make money for this. Please stop making money. Please stop. Like, what the fuck, bro? Dude, chill. Everybody's hyped for this game. Like, this game, this is some hype. People are hype. Okay? Just be glad that you're going to be able to play the game tomorrow. Yeah, I'm overheating. That's why. No wonder she fucking clapped me.
Come on, man. Why don't you just fucking play the game because you want to play the game because it's fun?
Well, I mean, they do, and they could play it on PC where it is available for them. These were PC players. They got it from software the day that it was available to them, which was on PC, which was today. Stop getting mad because, you're not going to get those day one views. Again, people don't go to your, like, Phil, people don't go to your streams to see how you play the game. They go to your streams to laugh at you. Okay? Please remember that. They do it to laugh at you. They do not do it because they want to see how the game, they don't want to see the entertaining gameplay, which there is none, actually. They just want to see you rage. They just want to see you fail. They want to see what stupid shit you're going to do. Okay? So now that the people who got it early on PC, because From Software distributed it to them at that time, doesn't mean that you can't still have your fun. You still can't have your views. Stop being so fucking petty, bro. Like, it's really not a good look. It's not. Where's this guy? I mean, it's a guy. Come on. Just die. Thank you.
Not rushing to play it because you need the money. You know what? That was me playing
That's
Dark
still
Souls
you.
3. I can look back at the past 5+ years ago and
Dude, you don't even have to look at the past. Just look at yesterday. Yesterday? Just look at yesterday. Yesterday's a perfect example. We could look back like 2-3 days ago, 3 streams ago. You have not changed at all, sir. Nothing has changed. Nothing. It's the same scamming bullshit. This dude is delusional.
say, damn, that was darksydephil back then. Thank God I've changed. Now I'm playing games for the fun of it, not for the money.
Yes, that's why you quit.
So I don't need to rush into anything. I don't have to say, oh, God, we have to get the game 1 view and everything. That's good. That's very, very good.
Some serious code.
I also don't have to sugarcoat anything. Unlike everyone else who's literally going to be sucking the butt of From Software for the next 2 weeks.
sucking the butt.
I can tell you guys legitimately if there's something that I don't like about Elden Ring.
Contingent
because
on
I don't
tips.
have to pretend like the game is the best game ever made.
Contingent
now, very
on
well
tips.
could be. The reviewers are saying that the game is outstanding. But you know, when you're watching me play this game, I'm going to give you 100% truth of how I'm feeling. I am not going to go one way or the other. I will always tell you what I'm really feeling in that moment. And that's a cool thing about me that I've never changed. I'm not going to sell out. I'm not going to kiss a game's butt. If I don't like Elden Ring, I'll tell you. I don't care if it means that now people don't tune into my streams. I'm just going to be honest with you because we could be playing anything else anyway and it won't matter because I'm an interactive streamer and we enjoy the streams for what they are, not because I'm playing a particular game.
Yes. So that's why you've disregarded almost every single viewer suggestion for games for you to play because you have these new releases, right? Right? That's why every time you were asked to play, hey, play this game. No, I can't. I have new releases. No, with all the new releases coming up, I can't play these. That's why, right, Phil? Like, again, you are beholden to these day one views, bro. You're not fooling anybody. You're sitting here making it seem like you're fucking John Everyman, John Every Streamer, whatever the fuck. But then, like, right after, we watch you. We watch you. We watch you beg. We watch you shill. We watch you do dumb shit.
See? But hopefully,
that's what I think sometimes.
This game is good. I want Elden Ring.
He does this because this is the only way he knows how to make money.
Really, over the years, have grown a very strong appreciation
I'm gonna have to
for FromSoft Games, and in particular the Soulsborne franchise. And I really want Elden Ring to be as good as possible, and hopefully as good as the reviewers are saying it is. Don't know if it will be. Okay. In particular, actually, right now we're about to address something pretty important about Elden Ring that we have to determine, because I actually don't know how I'm playing it. What? I thought I figured this out yesterday. Well, now there's more information we need to talk about. Okay.
Oh my God! Rehashed Twitter
All right.
articles.
Now,
Who clapped me?
ladies and gentlemen, please understand, with everyone else on the internet playing Elden Ring, there are no spoilers allowed on this stream. Period. If anyone comes in here and starts talking about spoilers of Elden Ring, you are permanently banned and you're not coming back, and I don't care. I have no sympathy for people who are going to come in and try to purposely ruin a game for people. You know, those people are just scumbag, miserable shitheads, and I'm not going to deal with that
Exactly,
shit.
Yamamoto.
Okay?
That's why I'm playing Cyberpunk right now.
So please understand that. Okay, that I'm not putting up with that. There's no toleration for that
Damn,
shit at
she's-
all.
No toleration.
And,
no tolerance. No tolerance.
please, no spoiler.
We ain't no ancient in this desert. Won't take no toleration. A PlayStation for that Elden Ring.
So, if you want reiteration here, check the posted message in the stream chat right now.
I can't see
We're not talking
it.
about politics or real life news and stuff like that, because it's derailing and it's going to make people be depressed, and or this is supposed to be a place where you distract from that stuff and have a
Yo,
good time.
oh,
Please
okay,
don't
so I gotta
derail the
take this
stream.
girl
We talk
out
about
first.
that. And number two, no, we're not going to be talking about Sekiro spoilers. Excuse me, I said Sekiro. We're not going to be talking about Elden Ring spoilers. We're not going to be doing that shit today. Today, I'm not playing Elden Ring. I'm starting tomorrow.
Starting tomorrow.
Everyone else out there who's desperate, who needs that day one attention, can get their day one attention. Good for them. More power to them. I
Gotta
wish
kill
them
this shit.
actually the best. I hope they all have big success today. The Elden Ring experience starts tomorrow here on DSP Gaming, and it's going to be a good one. All right. Now, let's get to the gritty and the nitty. Wait, the gritty and the nitty. Something's wrong with that saying. Let's talk about the schedule briefly. Today is the final day before Elden Ring here on my streams. The first stream will be Horizon Forbidden West, and yes, we'll be focusing in on story again, just like we did yesterday. The story advanced in a big way, and I actually upgraded significantly. I ended up getting a bunch of new abilities. I ended up getting a new ice bow. I believe I bought something else too. I got a bunch of new equipment, which is excellent. I'm ready now. I'm geared up and I'm ready to go.
He's
And
ready
we're about
now.
to head into a new story segment.
I'll take
So it
this
should
one.
be fun today. Now listen, if you don't like
Ooh,
Horizon,
gold.
that's okay. I understand. For whatever reason, this franchise doesn't seem to be really catching on with my viewership. It didn't 5 years ago with Zero Dawn, and it's not now with Forbidden West. Personally, I like the game a lot. It's growing on me. The more I play it, every time I play it, I'm having a better time with it. And for those who are sticking around and chilling with me when I play it, everyone seems to have a good time. It's just that there's a group of people who just like to crap on stuff that they don't like, rather than just saying,
I don't
"Oh,
know.
come back
Nah,
later."
I
for a
don't,
different
because it's
stream.
low tips, Razio.
So I understand.
Low
If you don't
tips.
like it, that's fine. Please don't ruin the experience for everyone else. Come back later if you don't like Horizon. But for those of us who are here to chill, welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm looking forward to a great interactive, fun stream with lots of progression. Okay? Awesome. Awesome. Fan of Lowcraft, what's going on? Your camp is closed. No, that's interesting. They had snow. We had icing here overnight. Like a half-inch layer of ice. It was very cold
Ice.
here in Washington State.
Ice.
Okay. Tonight, the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Per your votes, it's Skyrim After Dark. We had a choice between Skyrim or Pokemon Legends Arceus. You guys overwhelmingly in a 60-30 vote, essentially. And yes, I know that's weird because it doesn't add up to 100, but YouTube's weird. It was like 62-35 or something. Skyrim. And we're having fun in Skyrim. Yesterday, we did all kinds of stuff on the way to Solitude. And now it looks like tonight we'll probably arrive at Solitude and start up with the Thieves Guild quest again and do other stuff there as well. So it should be a great time, and I hope you guys will join me tonight for Skyrim After Dark. No spoilers of Elden Ring today, though. We're doing all non-Elden Ring related stuff. No Elden Ring spoilers allowed. Okay? Cool. Now, and by the way, Akbaf, or I believe, I forget what you said to call you, and I apologize for that. He basically says, I'm here
Ooh.
for the pre-stream only. You know, I really don't like Horizon, but I'm not going to be rude about it. I'll come back later. Sounds good to me. I'm happy that you have that mentality, and I'm happy you're here for the pre-stream, dude. Awesome. Okay. Tomorrow, we start with Elden Ring. And tomorrow will be my final day of Elden Week, meaning it'll be my final day to talk about my experience with FromSoft games. I'm going to actually very briefly talk about Demon Souls and Sekiro, because I'm not going to go into super length about either of those games. Demon Souls I just recently played. Sekiro is the most recent FromSoft game, so I don't need to go crazy into those, okay? But that'll be tomorrow. Abdullah, thank you. Your name is Abdullah. I didn't want to say, I thought it was what it was, and I didn't want to say that and look stupid if I was wrong. So
I mean, you look stupid on your own.
So Elden Ring all day long tomorrow. It should be exciting. By the way, not to overhype or anything, but I do have an extra surprise tomorrow for all of you.
This dude's a straight show.
To celebrate the launch of Elden Ring, there will be something
And
new
but
on the stream.
But he's not desperate though. Remember, guys, he's not desperate. He's not desperate. Just so you guys remember, he is not desperate. Remember that, guys. Okay, he is not desperate. He is not hurting for views. He's here to just enjoy the game and give you his commentary on it, and that's it. That's why he's here, ladies and gentlemen. That's why he's doing what he's doing. Okay, and don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Okay? Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Oh, Dying Light 2 is done. Dying Light 2 is gone.
Okay. I'm not telling you what it is. What do you think? I'm going to tell you what it is? What's the point? No, wait till tomorrow to find out. Okay, so we're playing Elden Ring all day tomorrow. We're playing Elden Ring all day on Saturday. 2 straight days. That's going to be 10 plus hours of gameplay. I'm going to be up to my ass. Wait, my ass is low down. Up to my eyeballs in Elden Ring for these first 2 launch days. Okay? Awesome. I can't wait. What are we doing on Sunday? Well, I would really think that at that point, I'm going to want to take at least a break from Elden Ring for a stream. So on Sunday, the main stream will be more Horizon Forbidden West. I know people will be saying, but Phil, where's Elden Ring? Phil, Elden Ring is out. Phil, you've been playing Elden Ring. Why did you stop playing Elden Ring? Phil, Elden Ring is out. Elden Ring? Where's Elden Ring? Elden Ring. Phil, Elden Ring. Elden fucking Ring, Phil. Bill Nelsenegger.
You ain't funny.
But I think it makes more sense as a variety streamer to not just play Elden Ring nonstop for like 27 days. Okay? So, Sunday I will not be playing Elden Ring on the main stream. But, as soon as I said but, that popped up. But, if there is enough demand, if you guys are liking Elden Ring enough,
I mean, the tips.
okay,
If the tips
I
come
will play
in.
Elden Ring again on Sunday night. Or maybe we just want something different and maybe I'll do more Skyrim Sunday night. We'll see. We'll see how things feel. Then Monday is my day off, and then what's going to happen is the next week. Excuse me. Oh, wow. I felt the burps coming, so I beat my chest like a baby. You pat the baby's back. I beat my chest like an ape. The belches come out.
Baby ape. That's right. You monkey ass
That was pretty
baby.
impressive, but also equally disgusting. I'm very sorry about that, everyone. Okay. Let's continue.
Fucking clown, bro.
Let's continue. So,
Burping baby
when I come
ape.
back on Tuesday,
Baby
it'll be
ape
Elden
gaming.
Ring balanced with stuff at late night. So it'll probably be like Elden Ring and Pokemon. And then probably like Wednesday will be Horizon and Skyrim. And then Thursday will be Elden Ring. You see, we'll alternate. Now, this coming Friday, 1 week from tomorrow, will be the return of old school Street Fighter fun. Friday Night Fights returns after only like 3 weeks away.
Yay.
Which, I'll be honest with you, I'm not surprised, especially with whenever I play a new fighting game, it's going to be hit or miss. And some of them catch on and are great and some aren't. I would say games like Mortal Kombat, Injustice, and Tekken.
But you don't play those. You play fucking Street Fighter 2 Turbo. And this is going to happen with every single fucking game that you're going to be playing. Every single one. Every single fighting game is going to be like this. Okay, Phil, well, I think you should just go ahead and just quit and just do just chatting. Just do just chatting, Phil. That's it. Because you just don't. Just Jesus Christ, man. Actually, yeah, I want this. Actually, I want this. No, I want this. Like, come on, bro. Come on. What's wrong with you, Phil? Ooh. No, don't I own this? Boo. I'll take this one then. Let's continue.
Catch on, while other games like Soul Calibur, or what was that one that I played like a year or two ago, that anime-ish game, and now King of Fighters, doesn't work. What can you do? So, old school Street Fighter resumes a week from tomorrow. I know many of you will be excited for that because you love my old school Street Fighter stuff, right? Cool. All right. And that's what we're going to be doing for the near future. Now, the next new release will be Gran Turismo 7. Someone has offered to get it for me. And I said, hey, if you're going to get it for me, absolutely I'll play it. I was on the fence about getting it, number one, because I've never really played a car simulator style game like that before. And number two, because I knew I was still going to be playing Horizon and Elden Ring and all of that. But hey, if someone's going to buy it, then sure, I'll put it into the rotation.
You can school
and we'll
me.
check it out for some streams.
I just like playing games.
Okay. And then I want to get
just building up my character.
All of March, but yeah, there's a lot of
getting
movies
clapped
coming out in March that I'm excited for too. So
I was an
I
overpowered, quick
that
hacking tank, and now I'm getting clapped every 5 seconds.
right?
I need to build my guy
I
back
hope
up.
that all of you are ready for the madness that begins tomorrow with Elden Ring. Okay. Now, a few odds and ends here that I'd like to talk about quickly, and then I want to get right into talking about Elden Ring and how I'm playing it tomorrow, because there's another debacle that I need to figure out here, and I don't even know what I'm going to do. And then we're going to talk about Dark Souls 3, okay? So first off, ladies and gentlemen, you ready? First off, thank you for all your engagement. Thank you for everything these last couple of months, because it's all coming to a head right now with Elden Ring. When I start playing Elden Ring tomorrow,
Elden fucking
a lot of eyes on this channel that normally aren't watching this channel.
I thought we didn't care about the views,
I guarantee you, people will be coming back to GSP Gaming for the first time in many, many months, if not many years in some cases, to watch me play Elden Ring. There's people who specifically just like my FromSoft coverage. There's people who only like to watch me play hyper difficult games. And this is definitely the hypest game in quite some time. I would argue there hasn't been this much hype since Resident Evil last year.
The dude just contradicted everything.
So you're talking
everything that just came out of his fucking mouth a couple minutes ago.
Had this much AAA hype and attention behind it. And some people would even argue, no, Elden Ring is way more hype than Resident Evil was. Okay? So that being said, thank you in advance, because you guys have been doing your best to build up engagement here on DSP Gaming. You've been liking the live streams, you've been liking the videos, and you've been leaving comments on them. This is all help.
You want them to hype
you
your asshole Call of Duty?
I check my stats every day, and I'm not kidding you. Every day when I check, it says engagement's up. No, every day. Like, literally, every day.
No, really, every day.
Pretty awesome. So, I'm happy about that, obviously, because having engagement up constantly means that more people will have eyes on the channel. When people search, oh, who's playing what game or whatever? Oh, there's Phil. Let's go check him out. Subscriptions have gotten much higher in the last, I think in the last week, not even. I've had over 150 new subscribers on the channel. Just to give you some perspective, I usually get around 500 in a month.
Nice.
So, in a month, usually I get 400 or 500. Now I'm getting 150 in less than a week. That means that I'm basically almost doubling up on the amount of subs that I'm getting normally, okay? That's awesome. And again, I almost guarantee you that there will be really huge amounts of new people coming in starting tomorrow with Elden Ring, okay? So that's excellent. What I would ask from you, please continue to do this. For all of you who've been doing it the last month and a half, just keep doing what you're doing. If tomorrow on the premiere stream of Elden Ring, if I can get hundreds of likes,
look
if
at that.
on the
Look
premiere
at that. Yo,
videos,
what was so, dude? What was that whole fucking rant about just a couple of minutes ago? Just a couple of minutes ago about you not being a shill, you not being desperate for, like, Phil, what did we just go through just now? Like, dude, you're for real. He is fucking serious. Dude is seriously just went through a whole fucking rant about people being desperate for fucking views. And this man, dead ass. Dead fuck. Oh, I gotta go back to that guy. Dead fucking ass is literally talking about how he needs engagement for when this drops tomorrow. This fucking guy.
Elden Ring that I put out on demand. If I can get hundreds of likes and dozens or more comments, these videos will show up prominently. Right? Prominently.
Yo.
Kid Flip, thank you for the £2 super chat, honey. The wanking guy. Exactly.
So, I'm excited for this. I am. I'm excited to see the growth. I'm excited to see the excitement around the channel for the first time in a long time.
I dribbled
that
up
will
and
happen with Elden
it
Ring
got
tomorrow.
all over my
But
fucking leg.
this is really
Let's
what we
continue.
were building to right now. Because here's the thing. If we get momentum, okay? If you get momentum starting tomorrow with Elden Ring, and that momentum continues into March, because Elden Ring's an insanely long game from all reports. So, that momentum could easily carry into the other things I'm doing. Right now, admittedly, my Horizon streams aren't doing so good views-wise and performance-wise and contributions-wise, to be honest.
I thought you weren't
But that
desperate.
could change.
I
That
thought
could
you weren't
literally flip on
desperate.
its head and have people who are here, oh, came to watch Phil play Elden Ring, but, you know, I checked out his Horizon stream. That wasn't half bad, and now I'm going to check those out, too. That's what happens. That's called organic growth. So, having more people coming in here,
I can't
all right?
with this man.
having more people coming in here and checking out Elden Ring will subsequently increase engagement and
I
everything
dribbled
else,
up and
too.
it
So
got all over
please,
my fucking leg.
continue to
Let's
do what you're
continue.
doing. You've been
Ferris
helping me
Anonymous, thank you for the
tremendously.
99
This
cents
channel
super
is
chat,
growing,
hun. You're the best.
albeit slowly, but it is growing. The concrete evidence is there. Let's keep that momentum moving, okay? Now, that being said, we're at 384 members, which is very good, right? It's very good.
Very good.
In regards to growth, we are just a couple weeks ago, we're at like 350, 360. So the growth is there. What we need to do is hit the goal for the month, 400 members. Hopefully, again, with the added viewership and the added people that we'll have here for Elden Ring, we can hit that goal. I would love to hit it. I'm not even exaggerating. I would like to hit it tomorrow. Just boom, hit it, 400. We're there. We don't have to have stress about it anymore for the rest of the month. We've done it, right? Now, I do have a tier 2 in mind, by the way, because I am thinking with the Elden Ring coverage, all right? I
Yo,
do
the
have an
hype.
idea
Look how much hype he's trying to make with this shit, man.
about what we can do a little bit differently for a tier 2 goal, but I won't spoil that. I'll talk about that once we hit the tier 1 goal, okay? Cool. If you're not a member, I really don't know what you're waiting for at this point.
For something
like,
worth
realistically,
fucking being a fucking member
Everything is
for.
great right now with memberships. You get tons of benefits, all right? I mean, Ask the King is right around the corner. That's my bi-monthly Q&A show. You're going to get a benefit.
Shit.
If you get priority, get your question answered on that show. You get, you know, all these benefits. If you're
Prophet,
chatting
he's
in the
put, he
streams,
puts
if
his
you're
all his
talking
eggs in
comments the
every
videos, you
single
get so
basket
many
that comes his
benefits.
way.
So
Every
the
single
thing is,
one.
you guys are my core audience. I don't need to appeal to you now. Tomorrow I need to appeal.
No,
So
you
for
need to
Elden Ring,
appeal to them
those are the
every
people I need
single
to appeal
fucking
to,
day.
so. Okay.
Yeah, you
I'm
guys are my
excited.
core audience. You
I
guys
really
give
wanna
me
see
money.
the
I don't
viewers'
have to
choices
appeal
at
to you.
return when we hit 400, so hopefully we can hit it. Okay? If you don't know, viewers' choices when you guys, the viewers, pick a game for me to play as a full playthrough here on my streams. So, there you go. All right. We got that out of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, Elden Ring has had its day 1 patch applied. It came out today, which no one expected, because technically the game doesn't come out till tomorrow, although it does come out today at 3 p.m. on PC. I still don't understand that.
It comes out
It's
at
so weird the way that they're launching this game.
It's
But
not
anyway.
weird.
The day 1 patch is out. Digital Foundry did not pump out a video yet because they're still working on it and editing it, but they felt it was in their best interest to actually post up their results because people want to know, what's the best version? How do I get the most out of Elden Ring? I want to play this fucking game at its absolute graphical best. How do I do that? They have answered. All right? They have answered. Are you ready? Here's your answer. All right?
Down forward punch. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Hey,
No
Super,
matter
can you
what
grab my
version
coolest
of
from the
Elden
table?
Ring you
You're
play,
Zor.
let's
If
continue.
you're looking to get the best graphical performance out of the game, you're fucked. Because guess what? From Software has never been good at graphical performance. in their entire history that they've made video games, they've never done a good job of having a game look good, especially at launch. There are some exceptions where things actually, like, over time change, where they patch the games and they run better. But in all honesty, my fucking leg. Let's continue. They're not
Jacob
good at
say
it.
93, thank you for the super
So,
chat, hun.
just
It's
to
not
give
the
you
game,
guys
Phil,
some
it's you.
perspective
It's
here.
always hands. Exactly.
Okay. We already talked about yesterday how the last gen console versions barely hit 30 frames per second. They try, but they barely do. PS4 Pro hits between 30 and 45 frames per second. Okay. The Xbox Series X version runs between 45 to 60 frames, but more often is around 45. And the PS5 version runs around 55 to 60 frames, but frequently dips, and the dips can be jarring. So, but based on yesterday's information, the PS5 version is the best version to play on console. Now, what about PC? As of yesterday, it was a hot mess. Some people were having a lot of great situations where the game ran beautifully, and others were saying the game was crashing constantly, the game had insane frame rate issues, and it was just not fun to play on PC at all. One reviewer, a mainstream reviewer for a major website, quit their playthrough on PC and started over on PS5 because they couldn't get it to consistently work on PC, and they gave up. Okay? All right. So, the day one patch is out. So what did it change? What did it improve? Apparently, first of all, the major improvement is PC. People are saying the PC version is more stable now, although still the frame rate is pretty bad. For example, the first time you go to a new area and it's generating an environment or enemies for the first time, the game actually stutters. Every time you go into a new area, the game stutters. Now, if you return to that area, the game has already rendered those enemies once. So now it's just re-rendering them, but it's already in memory. So now it doesn't stutter anymore. But the first time you go anywhere, it's like, wow, that's not good. I don't know what's going on there. That sounds really bad to me. And again, some people are saying that they're having a better time, and others are like, I can't do this. I'm playing it on console. I had enough. So your mileage may vary when you play it on PC. This is one of the major reasons why I refuse to really play games in the modern day on PC, because you never know what you're going to get. I'm a content creator who wants to put out consistently good content. I want something that I know is going to work. Not might work, might not. Let me tweak it for 7 hours to try to get the best version. Fuck that. I pop it into console, we play it. Or I download it on the console and we play it.
You see what I'm saying? No fucking effort whatsoever. He just wants to clock in, clock out, make his fucking money. It doesn't work like that, Phil. And that's why you're faltering. You don't want to make that effort. You don't want to do that. Then that's why you're not getting what you fucking want. That's why you're not getting the views. That's why you're not getting the fucking fans. You're not getting the millions of dollars. Because you refuse to put in the fucking effort. So since you refuse to put in the fucking effort, you don't get the rewards. That's it. That's it. And the thing is, it's not even because you don't have a PC, because you have a laptop. You bought a laptop that can run games. If that's the case, if you have money to spend on a fucking laptop, you should have just bought a fucking gaming PC so you can have access to those fucking games. But we all know the real reason why you don't play PC games, because again, you do not know how to do fucking shit on your own. So what happens is that you need these high-profile triple release games to do the work for you. You wouldn't know what to do with indie games. You wouldn't know how to market an indie game. You wouldn't know anything about the history of the indie developers and shit. That's why. Oh, that just burnt up.
Now, even with the day one patch, apparently, there's not much improvement on consoles. The Xbox Series X apparently gets slightly better frame rate, but not much. The PS5 version is pretty much identical. Didn't really improve it at all. All right. So, Digital Foundry came out with a recommendation that seems to me like one of the shittiest workarounds I've ever heard. They said if you're playing this on the Xbox Series X and you have a monitor or television that has VRR capability,
Okay.
this is an exclusive technology that's, well, not exclusive, but this is a technology that's on the Xbox Series X that can actually bump up your frame rate if you have a monitor or TV that supports it. Personally, I didn't even know what the fuck this was until I heard about it today or yesterday.
Fucking gamer.
I never even heard of it before.
Gamer, though.
So I couldn't even tell you. Like, who has that? Variable refresh rate, right? I know I certainly can't have it on my TV. And the other thing is variable refresh rate is, again, dependent on the monitor. How does that affect if you're capturing? You know what I'm saying? It's dependent on what you're watching it on. But what about if you're capturing a live feed? Would that even improve your experience, or would it still be choppy on the live feed but smoother on your TV? Who fucking knows? But according to
that's what I'm saying,
Digital Foundry,
Lagertha, how does
the
he
best
know?
way you're going to get an experience on Xbox is Xbox Series X on a monitor or television with VRR enabled. If you don't have it, you have to play around 45 frames per second the entire playthrough.
I really don't see a problem with that.
Or even
I don't see a
close.
problem with that.
That's sad. That's fucking sad. It really is.
Don't see a problem with that.
Disappointing, because like I told you guys, I was really heavily leaning on playing this on Xbox Series X because, number one, I like this controller way better than the PS4 controller. And number two, I get true surround sound on my Xbox Series X.
No,
So
you
there were
don't.
two
You
huge
only have
benefits.
one fucking
But
speaker.
man, if the frame rate is really going to be that much worse, I'm just not going to deal with it. And that's sad, but it is what it is. Okay? Now, on the PlayStation 5, Digital Foundry said basically there's a lesser of two evils decision you have to make. Either you can play the PS5 version, which will look better, will have more detail, and will be more on par with, say, how Demon's Souls looked a year and a half ago on PS5. Or, if you absolutely want the best frame rate possible, there's only one guaranteed way to play Elden Ring at 60 frames per second. Okay? You ready?
You play
Here's
the
how you do
PS4
it.
version. You play the PS4 version on the PS5. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's fucking it. That's it, man. Seriously, bro.
Here's how you do it.
You play the PS4 version on the PS5.
You play the PS4 version.
That's it. Like, seriously. Like,
Yeah.
yo, what is this?
You play the
man?
PS4 version on your PS5. Wow, what a solution. Play the last gen version on your current gen console.
Yes. And then keep it
Wow.
pushing.
So what does that mean? Okay? If you play the PS5,
What does that mean? That means if you want to get the best version, you play the PS4 version on a PlayStation 5 console for PlayStation. That is it. You literally just said it. You don't have to repeat it. You don't have to explain it. Just keep it fucking pushing.
on PS5, you'll get around 55 frames per second, but apparently it can be jarring when it's going 55, 60, 50, 55, 60, 55, 60. It's like, oh God, the frames. My eyes. Your eyes are bleeding in the middle of playing. It's very
I'll
distracting.
talk to you later.
I don't know. I haven't played it yet. But if you
Neither
play the
far.
PS4 version on PS5, you get way less graphical detail and you're stuck playing at 1080p. For me, not an issue because I play at 1080p. But for anyone who wants to play above 1080p,
So
could be
don't
a
talk
huge
about
concern.
them. We don't
All
care.
right? But if you play that last gen version on PS5, you get full 60 frames throughout.
Wow, Phil. What are we supposed to do with this?
There you go. So, what do we do?
What
Here's the question. Herein
do you
lies
mean
the
we?
rub. Okay,
What?
for me.
No.
I'm not playing.
No, wherein lies the rub is what fucking got you in trouble in the first place. Bro, you just fucking buy the Xbox version. That's it. That's it. You have two consoles. Two. Just pick one. Fucking pick one. Why are you making this such a fucking debacle? Pick a version. Make money off the version because you're going to play it the same fucking way.
Yeah, above 1080p. All right? So the whole, oh, you want higher resolution is not a concern for me at all. At all.
So why
All
are we
right?
having this
But
fucking conversation?
this is supposed to be a current gen game. Yes, it's cross-platform, but it's very much supposed to be good looking with better detail, better graphical capabilities.
I
if
want
you
this
own a
car,
current
the
gen
quartz.
console. All right. Now, interestingly enough, this game
I think this is my favorite
is $60.
car.
No
in
matter
the be-
what version you purchase, this game is $60 across the board. They did not do this bullshit.
Let's continue.
$70
Brace Griffith,
on
thank you
PS5
for the
and
$2
Xbox
super
Series
chat,
S
hon.
and
Why
X.
do graphics matter so much to
$60
him?
or else
because
they
that's the
just
only
said,
thing he can
"Fuck
sell
that
on. That's the
shit."
only thing as a gamer. As a gamer, that's the only thing he can fucking reference is the fucking graphics. He can't reference anything else. Nothing else. The graphics is the only thing he knows. Why? Because he's a fucking consumer. He only knows graphics and whatever the fuck the gaming developers want to put in front of his face. He doesn't know anything else in terms of games. This is what I'm saying. This dude is a complete nobody. And I'm not saying like an insult. Like, I mean, like, he is devoid of any actual interest. And it's really fucking creepy, man. Like, it's really fucking creepy how he just sits there and, like, literally just shills. Like, this is shilling. This is shilling. Choosing to talk about this shit is shilling. Hard. Hard, bro.
Bucks across the board. Okay? So, you know, I'm heavily thinking about this. And for me, it's like, what do I do? If I play it on the PS5 version, it will look pretty. It will. It'll look pretty. We'll get to see the full graphical capabilities of the PS5. We'll get to see all the detail that they included in this new version of the game, right?
I don't.
But
I
the
put
frame rate's
Cricket
gonna
Dynamo.
suck.
I
And
posted a
will
tweet
that
about that
actually
on
affect
my
my
Twitter.
competitive nature
Like,
of
you
the
know,
game? When
people
I'm
like, oh
playing
my
this
god,
game and
you
we're
know,
doing big
if,
boss fights, and there's
45,
shit
60
flying
frames, it's
everywhere,
almost an
when there's the
unplayable
fucking
experience.
giant
Like, bro,
turd
come
monster
on, man.
that's spinning, and chunks of feces are flying at the screen, splattering at the camera, and I'm trying to deflect them with the sword and use big beams of Kamehameha energy to disintegrate the duty monsters, right? We want the best possible frame rate, or else you're going to get stuck in the pile of duty. You're not going to be able to get out of it. You know. All right, obviously, I don't know if that's really in the game. That would actually be interesting if it was. But the point I'm making here is, it's a new game. You want to get the best performance out of it. But does that mean that I should sacrifice the detail of the game? Should I play the PS4 version, so that way I'll always be playing at 60 frames, have the best reactions or whatever? Or should I play the PS5 version? Oh, man. I don't know.
Dude, just
I
pick
don't know if
one.
there's a good answer here. I think what we should do is we should talk about it today. Let's talk about it together over the course of today and see if we can figure this out. But I don't know if there's a definitive, this is the best course of action
So
answer.
then why
which
have
sucks.
this whole
I wish there
fucking
was,
segment?
But I just don't think there is. I think, like, if you play on PS4, great, 60 frames, but we're going to be missing out on a lot of the prettiness of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
All
get
right,
the
so
feeling
just play the
this game
game.
is going to look so good on PS5 with all the shit that they put in it that's going to improve it and just make it feel more alive and more detailed and more next gen, you know? We're going to miss out on that. But is it important enough to get those extra 5 to 10 frames of animation in every situation? I don't know. You know, outside of Dark
Oh, come
Souls
on. Those people in
Remastered,
front
I've
of me.
never played a FromSoft game at higher than 30 frames. They've all been locked at 30 frames until now. This is the first one that at launch is unlocked and plays it as best as it can depending on what, you know, platform you're playing it on.
Are we done?
Some people in the stream chat are making an interesting point. I'd like to point this out, this is why I like being an interactive streamer, because people are very smart who watch my stuff and they have good suggestions. They're like, you realize this will just be day one experience. You're going to be playing this game for a long time. Apparently, from people who've beaten it, you can beat it around 40 to 60 hours. But if you're actually someone
Never
who
gonna happen.
explores and wants to look for all the content, there's hidden bosses, hidden dungeons, hidden areas of the game, you could play this for upwards of 85 to 100 hours. There was actually someone who did a review, which is kind of interesting. They said they played it for 85 hours.
Oh my god.
And they really wanted to do a completionist run. They couldn't find some of the areas and bosses as hard as they tried. I guess what happened was for people who got early release copies from FromSoft, like journalists, they were given a list of bosses, so they knew how many bosses were in the game, but they couldn't, some people just couldn't find half of them. They're like, I don't even know where the fuck they are, you know? And that's interesting. The game is going to have this kind of aspect to it that really lends itself to exploration, and if you don't maybe do a certain criteria or figure out a certain thing, like maybe you need to hold the crusted eye of the bog hag, right, in your right hand, and you need to hold the severed dick of the Tauren in your left hand, and then you have to do a certain emote with them like this while standing at a signpost on top of a castle. And if you do that, a harpy flies down and grabs you and drops you in a secret fucking dungeon or something. But the game doesn't even say anything, right? I wouldn't be surprised. They've done that before. They did it in Bloodborne. They fucking did it in Dark Souls 3. So why not do it in this game? Right? So, it's what I mean. Like, there may be things that people just can't figure out. That, you know, will add even more lengthy gameplay. By the time that I get to those parts, people might have already figured them out, which is good. Maybe I'll have a more completionist run because people will say, hey, Phil, you missed this and you missed this. You can go do this now because people figured it out. That would be cool. But the difference here is some people are making the point that, hey, if you play the PS5 version, they very well may patch the game and make it run better anyway. Within a week or two, you may have full 60 frames on PS5, and it's not even a concern. You're right. See, here's the thing that's getting me, is that, sadly, the games are different. Meaning, let's say I started
he's
playing
still going
on PS5, and about 10 hours in, I'm like, all right, I want to convert this over to PS4. You can't, right? They're not the same game. It's
So
two
then buy
different
it for
versions. You can't
Xbox.
take your save file on PS5 and import it into a PS4 run. You can't. It's just if you're playing on one version, you're playing that version. Okay? So, I don't know. We got to think about this, right?
What
We
is
do.
it to think about? Just buy one.
Right now, I have the PS5 version fully installed over on my PS5.
That was me, sorry.
See? It's up there. Well, it would help if I had the controller near me so I could show you. It's already on there. It's ready to go. So I'm good to go in this regard. Do I want to now also download the PS4 version? I don't know what I want to do. I still can't decide. I don't know
you already
if there's a
bought
definitive
one.
answer on this. Okay.
You bought one version. That's it.
We'll have to think about it. Let's talk about it today and try to make our decision for tomorrow. Okay, guys? All right.
Jesus Christ,
For the
bro.
conclusion of today's Prestream podcast, I'd like to talk about my personal experiences with Dark Souls 3. All right? I've already explained to you the situation. I needed to play this game early because everyone else on the internet at the time was doing so, playing this Japanese version that you switch over to English, and therefore you played it like 3 weeks early. And I regret it now, but man, back then, it just seemed like something I had to do. You know what I'm saying?
I had to lie to protect my family.
I had to do it because if I didn't, I was going to lose out on significant revenue that I needed to keep my business afloat because I was reliant on those views and ad revenue. It wasn't like today where it's crowdfunding. It was completely different back then.
There we
okay?
go.
So, I played it early. And let me tell you, all right, I think the game is great. I think that Dark Souls 3, in particular, I liked it much better than Dark Souls 2. I can tell you that for a fact. I thought that graphically it was great. Gameplay-wise, it felt more like Dark Souls 1. And I liked that about the game. It had a big variety of weapons. It had a big variety of play styles, which was great. It had a lot of cool things like optional areas. Anyone remember the entire optional second...
Who the fuck is this dude?
What is it? The Shrine or whatever? Oh, that doesn't make... You fight Champion Gundyr, the redo of the first boss, and he's insanely tough compared to the original first boss, because this one isn't the infected version of Gundyr or the corrupted version of Gundyr. This is pure Champion Gundyr before he was corrupted, and he's way tougher, right? I like that there were optional areas to go. Like, remember the optional area, Dragon's Peak or whatever it's called? You have to fight a giant dragon, which is really just a puzzle boss, but it's really unique enemies there. And that's actually where you fight Nameless King. That's really cool. All the optional stuff in it. I definitely liked some of the uniqueness of the bosses, because if you remember in particular, some of the bosses are not typical Dark Souls bosses, right? They're actually a different kind of a take on Dark Souls bosses, fighting little guys that look like normal guys, but then over the course of the fight they get stronger, right? Was it Warriors of the Abyss or something like that, or I forget what they're called. At the same time, okay, admittedly, there were some things about Dark Souls 3 that were a little bit disappointing. And what I mean by that is there's distinct parts of the game that feel unfinished. And there's also parts of the game that feel like they blatantly lifted from Bloodborne. Like the whole mutated enemies in Dark Souls 3 are literally Bloodborne abominations. It's just they took that from Bloodborne and kind of copy-pasted it and made it look slightly different. And I remember in particular, when I was playing Dark Souls 3 for the first time, and I would fight a normal enemy, and all of a sudden it erupts into this giant monstrous black mutation with a biting mouth. And I'm like, why is it doing that? And the thing is, the game never really explains it, at least from the lore that I read and everything. I never really made heads or tails of why that was happening. In Bloodborne, you understand it. In Bloodborne, humanity got infected with this alien DNA, and it started mutating in horrible, horrible ways, right? They were all told, oh, this is the way to save yourself and improve yourself. It's technology, it's science. But in reality, it was just fucking experimental, fucked up stuff that they were doing, and that's why it's such a Lovecraftian kind of a universe. In this game, it's kind of like, well, there's corruption, and, you know, they're soulless or whatever, and so they mutate. Like, what? Like, I never even understood Champion Gundyr, right? Like, the original Gundyr is a mutated dude, and he's weird because he can barely move properly because he's mutated, because he's corrupted. Champion Gundyr's a fucking badass. He kicks your ass, and I like that fight, but why did he mutate to begin with? Did they ever really explain it? And that kind of pisses me off, because when you get so deep into the lore of a game, you obviously want your answers, and they didn't really give them to you in that game. The other thing is,
pancakes are ready. Blanca
the game
Duval, thank
definitely
you for the
has
€5
parts.
super chat. And honest to God,
You
I'm
know,
curious to find
like,
out what the fuck is happening
if you
inside his
remember
head to
in the
talk and
swamp,
behave like
so
that.
there's a
He's
swamp
just not wired
that's
right, bro.
full of these snake monsters, and what they
He's
are, these clones
just
of
not-
snakes. There's little ones and there's big ones, and they shoot projectiles and stuff. Okay, and they're unique enemies. You're like, oh, this is kind of neat. Oh, and then there's actually mutated snake people in the woods. So you're like, okay, this is the snake stage. Everything here is snakes, right? Then you get to the boss, and the boss is 3 generic dudes. One of them uses magic, one of them has like a sword, and one of them is kind of like a hybrid. But for some reason, their arms stretch out and become snakes. But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, after you kill some of them, if there's one left, this one now can command a ginormous snake that comes out of the ground that looks like a snake from one of those snake monsters that you fought earlier in the stage. And you're like, this doesn't like make any sense. Like, I can't really wrap my head around it. Well, guess what? It's not supposed to make sense. They fucked it up. It's basically a completely unfinished part of the game. Oh, wait, is that Bloodborne I'm thinking of? Oh my God, people are like, no, that's Bloodborne. You're right.
Yo, I can't even get the names right, bro.
Bloodborne.
Can't even get the name
When
right.
you played this many FromSoft games, you tend to actually get them stuck in your head. And actually,
But you
I
can't even
forgot to
remember
mention
them,
that
bro.
yesterday. That was a pet peeve of mine about Bloodborne, that boss was never finished. They actually data mined Bloodborne, and they found that boss is unfinished. It's real. That giant snake is a real boss. It's a giant towering mound of snakes that's supposed to be the boss, and they cut it out of the game because they didn't finish it. Then someone actually put it back into the game, but it has no AI. So it just kind of stands there and does nothing, but it looks amazing. Okay? All right, anyway, getting back to the point. Dark Souls 3, here's what I like about Dark Souls 3. It's very long, by the way. It's a very lengthy game. Probably, I think it is officially the longest in the 3 Dark Souls games. It has the most content, right? And in addition, it has a good variety of environments, right? If you think about Dark Souls 3, some of Dark Souls 3, it feels like you're playing Bloodborne. It really does. But then you get to the real heavy fantasy parts of the game as well, where you get to a good variety of enemies and combat and stuff. It's a good mix of both. It's like the best of both worlds. You get kind of
That's the
grim
bull.
gothic combat, but then you also get fantasy stuff too. Okay, I like that about the game.
You love it because it gives you
In
both.
particular, when you get to the Ice City, which I forget what it's called, but remember, there's the giant monstrous hound on the bridge, and you're like, do I have to fight this thing to get through? And the answer is no, you don't. But you could still try to fight it, right? Which is kind of neat.
It's kind of neat.
But the real cool thing that I like about the game, unlike Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3 has direct tie-in references to Dark Souls 1.
Okay.
The return to Anor Londo is really neat. Now,
Neat.
is
Super
it
neat.
different? Yeah, it's very different from the first game. But it's cool to return to places you've already been in the previous game and see how they've changed over supposedly thousands of years. You even find the dead, which makes no sense. How do you find dead bodies and they're not decayed in thousands of years, right? But still, I definitely like that they have these direct tie-ins. Direct tie-ins to Dark Souls 1. I really enjoyed that. It made me feel like I'd come full circle. I played the first game, I played the second game, now I'm playing the third one, and now I'm getting all these early references, right? The monster, I forget what it was called. It was the possessive monster that eats the boss from Dark Souls 1, and now you're fighting this insane abomination, right? It's crazy. I like that about the game. That really, and by the way, graphically, it definitely pushed the limits of what the game could do graphically at the time, because you never seen these bosses look like this before or anything like that, right? So, I liked that. Now, my first run in Dark Souls 3, don't get me wrong, it was fun, but man, playing it on the Xbox One was a bad choice. It ran so poorly at the time. There were no patches or anything to improve performance, and in particular, Pontiff Sulivan. That fight was nearly impossible to win. For anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, okay, go check out my original playthrough of the game from when it first came out. You're going to see some of the choppiest, terrible gameplay you've ever seen in a FromSoft game.
Most terrible.
It's nearly impossible to play the game. It was just super slow-mo, right? Super slow-mo, dropped inputs left and right, and it actually felt to me like I was sitting in a tub of like petroleum or jello trying to play the game. Like literally I would like, and nothing was coming out at all during the boss fight. Like, fuck, how do I kill the boss if you're not doing what I'm telling you? You know what I'm saying? So it was bad. I still enjoyed the game, but man, I will tell you guys, if ever I have the opportunity to play a game early again, and it means that I have to sacrifice the overall gameplay experience, I'm not doing it. There's no way. That really taught me,
bro,
about kind of like, what do they call it? Not necessarily karma, but like, because I actively made the decision to play it earlier than most other people,
dude,
I ended up suffering for it. I should have just waited and been patient, right? So, man, it was great. I love the game, right? And in reality, the ending is amazing. I think that the ending tying into Dark Souls 1 was really special, without any major spoilers. The ending is basically really ties into what happened to Dark Souls 1's ending, and I really enjoyed that. But at the same time, I really wish that I had waited, because then years later I went back and I replayed it, and when I replayed it on PS4, it was like a different experience. The game was amazing. I actually loved Dark Souls 3 when I played it on PS4. Everything was responsive. I could react to everything going on in the game, and I was kicking major ass and having fun. I beat Pontiff Sulivan in my first run. It took me, like I said, between 3 or 4 hours to beat Pontiff Sulivan. In my second run, I'm almost positive I beat him on the second or third try. Just zoop, went right through and beat him. No problem.
No, that's slow. No.
Oh, you know what? It should also be said that the DLCs of Dark Souls 3 are quite good. Both of them. You know, one of them directly ties into the plot of Dark Souls 2 and has you return to a place in Dark Souls 2 that at first you don't realize it is until you start finding items. And then there's certain enemies that are actually supposed to be return enemies from Dark Souls 2, although they look very different. And then you get the true origins of what they are, which is really creepy, actually. I liked both DLCs for Dark
Both.
Souls 3. And then you end
Pick
up finding
one.
some really unique bosses. Isn't the final boss Dark Eater Midir, isn't that the dragon? And a lot of people had issues with that dragon, and I kicked his ass. I remember a lot of people were just like, "Oh, I can't beat the dragon. It's going to take me hours and hours to beat him." And I ended up beating him within like not even 20, 30 minutes because I learned his pattern. I just keep attacking the face, dodge everything else. And I whittled him down and I beat him, and it was fun. So
Somebody told
I
me.
really like Dark Souls 3. I would say if you're going to rate the mainstream 3 Dark Souls games, Dark Souls 1, on a functionality perspective, is nowhere near as good as Dark Souls 3. But the reason that I actually put Dark Souls 1 above Dark Souls 3 is because it's kind of the one that started it all and inspired an entire genre of games. And therefore,
not to
I
use.
always
You see
think
what I'm
the
saying?
original
Like
was the best. You know
again,
what I'm saying?
he shows.
So I think Dark Souls 1 is still the best for me. But Dark Souls
He shows how much this is how much of a fucking mark he is. That's the only reason he likes Dark Souls. The only reason he likes Dark Souls because it's the first one. It's the first one. It's the one that started it all. Please don't run me. He ran me over. There's nothing to him that's special. It's nothing to him about the game that made him go, wow. It's the fact that it's just the first one. Ladies, I want your car. I want your car. Damn car. I hate when people don't just let me steal their car.
3 is right there if you're reading the Dark Souls game. Dark Souls 3, in my opinion, is way better than Dark Souls 2. I still like Dark Souls 2. It's a perfect case of, here's a trilogy of games where every single game in the trilogy is good. But, distinctly, Dark Souls 3 is a much better game. Okay. Ramrod says, from Software, officially they stated Midir is their final boss that they designed. Canonically, it's Gale. That's the final true boss. So Gale was the night guy you fight in the desert, right? And he was the true ending of the game. You fight him in the desert, and then
I'm trying to, Brees. I'm trying to.
you could still explore in that desert, and there's more enemies, but he is the final boss, right?
No, I don't want to go.
You know,
there.
the other thing about Dark Souls 3 that should be called out, all right? It is the most accessible game from Software games ever made.
Oh my god.
You can play Dark Souls 3 in any way you want. You could be fast, you could be slow, you could use magic, you could use ranged weapons, or you can use up close and personal combo.
How does that make the game accessible, Phil? How does that make the game more accessible? Again, you're conflating accessibility with the ability to play the game. Those are two different things. Being physically unable to play the game and just beating the game are two different things. He is, Buddy Love. He is. He thinks that accessibility means being able to play the game, period. He doesn't understand that it means it's just ways for it to assist people with disabilities. He thinks that it's just beating the game. That's it. So if you can't beat the game, it's not accessible. If you cannot beat the game in a certain way, it's not accessible. If you don't have it so that way it can be easy enough so that a person can push the left thumbstick, because people with physical disabilities cannot play video games, according to Phil. It is not accessible. I am so sorry. I did not mean to hit that lady. Yeah, he just wants to hit the thumbstick. He just wants to hit the up thumbstick. He just wants to hit the thumbstick and get to the credits. That's it. And just so he can tell people that he fucking beat the game. Like a doofus.
You can basically play it at your own pace, and also Dark Souls 3 has the ability to actually do things in different order, similar to how Dark Souls 2 did, which I like. It's not linear, okay? So, first boss in second DLC boss arena is Firelink Shrine.
I'm so wait. Oh,
Thanks, Nuno.
oh, fuck.
Anyway, I like how accessible it is, and I like that you can basically do it in different order. If you remember when I played it the first time, there's a living tree boss that's relatively early on in the game. I never fought it. I actually didn't fight it, and then I forgot to fight it, and then I went on and got way further in the game, and I had all these boss souls. And I'm like, huh? Like, what is going on that I can't turn these boss souls into weapons like previous Dark Souls games? And people were like, didn't you remember you skipped a boss? I was like, no. And then I ended up going back. I was like, oh shit. You know what I also liked? That there were certain enemies in the game that were basically the return of previous bosses. Like the original boss and demon from Dark Souls 1 that you fight at the beginning of the game that kicks your ass. Is like, for most people, it's the first death. That demon is actually in Dark Souls 3, right? And then there's other versions of that demon. And then there's a boss version of that demon that's on fire. That's really cool, right? I like that about the game. That they have a lot of return things in the game from Dark Souls 1 that are tie-ins to Dark Souls 3. It makes you feel like if you've been a fan of the series all along, you're getting a lot of fan service. And that's cool. Hey, you're a longtime fan. Here's your reward, right? That's cool. Not Swaggin says he's saying the twin demons in the Ring City boss fight.
I'll catch you later, Lux.
Firelink Shrine.
Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't realize that at first. And then people called it out, and then you started looking at the arena, and you realized, yeah, the
once he
arena
gets the shout outs, I think I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna call it a night.
Like you wouldn't even notice that at first, but it is. Apparently, it's Firelink Shrine from the distant future or something, right? And that's what it's supposed to be. So, okay, Dark Souls 3, great game. Don't fucking play it on busted ass Xbox One for sure. Of course, by now I'm sure it runs better. But
come on,
great game. I loved it. It's basically the final Dark Souls experience anyone's ever had because there were no more after that. And I love that it had ties into the lore of the previous games, and it was super accessible, and great graphically as well. Just in general, a really great experience. So yeah, Dark Souls 3, great game, and it's my second favorite in the Dark Souls franchise. I think that it would be Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 2 for me. Okay, all right, guys. Quick shout-outs, and then we get started.
We're done, right? We're done?
Oh, my God. That is really disgusting. Holy fucking shit. Our first shout-out here today on the YouTube side of things is from Fruitso7, who re-upped his membership for 4 months, and I'm majorly enjoying the Xbox Series X controller. Me too. I really enjoy the controller. I wish my trigger didn't stick, but outside of that, I love the controller. Okay?
I'm gonna need my other...
Awesome. Zoya did a super chat and says, don't you think pressure can be motivational too? I have no idea what he's talking about, but thank you for the super chat. Saucy Summer Sausage did a super chat.
Like, why? Like, again, that is a genuine question. Do you think that pressure can be used as motivation? Why are you being such a weenie? Why are you being such a weenie? Damn, I'm getting clapped.
I quickly bought Sekiro and Fallout 76. No comparison. I want to see what you think. I bought Sekiro and Fallout 76? What?
Breeze Griffith, thank you for the $2 super chat.
So you did a super chat.
Has he never heard of trials through adversity? Exactly.
No, because you wouldn't pay me $500 regardless. Fruito7 did a super chat and says, I like talking about my controller. Sorry. It's all good. I like the controller too.
Damn.
And Nuno Gloop did a super chat saying, first boss in second DLC boss arena is Firelink Shrine, and that's what Swaggins was clarifying. He said he's talking about the double twin demons that you fight in the Ring City DLC.
Yeah, I catch you guys. Like, actually, you know what? Fuck
Very nice. Thank you.
This is boring. This is getting really boring. All right, guys. So I'm gonna cut it off here because Phil's not saying nothing. It's a whole lot of nothing, and I felt like I wasted everybody's time. I'm sorry. Super sorry. I hope tomorrow we can have some fun. We can have some fun and we can enjoy some Elden Ring Wage Quit madness. Thank you guys for stopping by and putting up with this fucking bullshit ass fucking content. Okay? So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to cut it off here so I can keep tweaking with the stream, see if we can get a good stream going tomorrow. If I can't do the restream, I'll let you guys know. I'll still do the DS speed run, like as an edited video, and then I'll still do the pre-stream podcast recap. Okay? All right. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I love you. I'll see ya mañana. Peace out. Catch you later.